مرحبا یا مصطفیٰ 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 نصیب چمکے ہے فرشیوں کے نصیب چمکے ہے فرشیوں کے کہ عرش کے چاند آ رہے ہیں جھلک سے جن کی فلک ہے روشن جھلک سے جن کی فلک ہے روشن وہ شمس تشریف لا رہے ہیں مرحبا یا مصطفیٰ 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 شب ولادت میں سب مسلمان نہ کیوں کرے جان اور مال قربان شب ولادت میں سب مسلمان نہ کیوں کرے جان اور مال قربان ابو لہب جیسے سخت کافر ابو لہب جیسے سخت کافر خوشی میں جب فیض پا رہے ہیں مرحبا یا مصطفیٰ 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 میں تیرے صدقے زمین طیبہ فدا نہ ہو تجھ پہ کیوں زمانہ میں تیرے صدقے زمین طیبہ فدا نہ ہو تجھ پہ کیوں زمانہ کہ جن کی خاطر بنے زمانے وہ تجھ میں آرام پا رہے ہیں مرحبا یا مصطفیٰ 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 جو قبر میں ان کو اپنی پاؤں پکڑ کے دامن مچل ہی جاؤں جو قبر میں ان کو اپنی پاؤں پکڑ کے دامن مچل ہی جاؤں جو دل میں رہ کے چھپے تھے مجھ سے وہ آج جلوہ دکھا رہے ہیں مرحبا یا مصطفیٰ 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 مرحبا یا مصطفیٰ. Interesting point Adnan made that inshallah Nabi Kareem or for him themselves can come to the method as well. And this ideology is not just shared amongst us, also the other sect. There's a man called Haji Imdadullah Hajar Makki. Everyone from the Bandi Aqidah has very high respect and regard for him, and we too have some respect for him too. You know, in his Shamamil Miladiyah, page 50, that I myself believe that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam themselves can come to a Milad. So inshallah, that's perfectly fine what he said. Inshallah, now brother Ihsan, if you could review now, and then let's inshallah go through. Understand? You want to see? Try to call someone.
First of all, I want to congratulate Shahzad, and the whole family for celebrating this beautiful Milad. Congratulations. Everyone read through the Baqarah with me, please. Wazir man through the Baqarah, please. Sallallahu alayhi ya Rasul Allah wa salam alayka ya Ya Mustafa khairul wara tere jaya koi nahi Ya Mustafa khairul wara tere jaya koi nahi Ya Mustafa khairul wara tere jaya koi nahi ke Ya Mustafa That the first last one, there is no one like the first last one. Let's all read together. Are mainu te hai na bata ka tere jaya koi nahi Ya Mustafa khairul wara ka tere jaya koi nahi aur God لے کے سرکار نو سونے نبی دلدار نو گود وچ لے کے سرکار نو سونے نبی دلدار نو آکھے حلیم سعدیہ آکے حلیم سعدیہ آقا تیرے جیا کوئی نہیں آکے حلیم سعدیہ تیرے جیا کوئی نہیں اور اقصاد وچ پیچھے تیرے اقصد وچ آقا میرے او پڑھ کے نماز پیچھے تیرے نبیاں نو بھی کہنا پیا کیا کہنا پیا ارے نبیاں نو بھی کہنا پیا آقا تیرے جیا کوئی نہیں نبیاں نو بھی کہنا پیا
Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullahi wrote a book called Shama'il, meaning the characteristics of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And in this narration that Mawlana Kainat, Imam Ali alayhi salam, it was from him narrated that we've not seen anyone as beautiful as him before him or after him. So this is the aqeedah of the Sahaba Ikram that Ya Rasulullah, Inshallah, now we're going to move forward to our talk. Inshallah, just so everyone knows, there's 2 talks, and inshallah about 2 more nights. We're going to last up to Maghrib, inshallah. So you're with us until Maghrib, inshallah. So if I could please follow one point, please hold right side. Wait one.
نعرہ تکبیر، نعرہ رسالت، نعرہ حیدری، ان کے بعد محمد اسلام زندہ باد. Everyone to join in with you, inshallah. Bismillah. Sallallahu alayhi ya Rasulullah, wa sallam alayhi ya Habibullah, sallallahu alayhi ya وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم صدق الله العلي العظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما محبت سے درود شریف الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا شفيع المسلمين الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا شفيع Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Firstly, I would like to commend and congratulate Shahzad and his family for holding such a beautiful gathering. Mawlid al-Nabawi, in true essence, is an opportunity for Muslims all around the globe to gather and congregate, to understand, to comprehend, and to praise the virtues of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the basic principles of Mawlid al-Nabawi is this, as we are practicing today. Today, inshallah, my lecture will be on the physical and the moral characteristics of our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I recited a verse from Surah Al-Qalam, verse 4, where Allah Almighty addresses Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and says to him that, oh, and indeed you are of the greatest moral character. So, inshallah, my speech will be based on the character of our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa Ummahat al-Mu'mineen radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, when asked to describe Rasulullah, in response she said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the living Quran. She meant this from many perspectives. Rasulullah, what he spoke was the Quran. He spoke in compliance to the rules and regulations which the Quran laid out for us. So there was no way in just exactly how the Quran Majid is perfect, that is how Rasulullah is perfect. Because everything Rasulullah spoke was in compliance with the Quran, Quran al-Kareem, Quran al-Hamid. As Shahzad Bhai mentioned earlier, Ibn Kasir narrates this hadith, this call from Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidina Ali al-Murtaza Mushkil Kusha Sher Khuda. He says, Lam ara qablahu wa la ba'dahu misluhu. He says, neither before or neither after have I seen any resemblance, anything that can compare to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The companions, and this was a unanimous view amongst them, that the companions used to regard Rasulullah as the most handsome of all, and also that he had the best manners. Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen Mawla Ali Mushkil Kusha Sher Khuda further goes on to say that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam describes his face in Ibn Kasir, and he says that Rasulullah's eyelashes were bright, beautiful and thick. Subhanallah. He says that Rasulullah's face color was of a rosy color. It was neither too white, but it was a glowing rosy color. As Shahzad said that Adnan said that Rasulullah's face used to chamak. Hazrat Jabir bin Abdullah Ansari Ibn Kasir says that Rasulullah's face used to shine like the sun and the moon. Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidina Ali also says that the Rasulullah's palms and his feet were really strong and beautiful also. And I will inshallah narrate a hadith from Hazrat Anas bin Malik later on that also further goes on to talk about Rasulullah's palms. There are different narrations about the Prophet's hair length. Some say the hair length used to reach mid-air, some say the hair length used to reach the earlobe, and some even say the hair length used to reach the shoulders. And some even on occasions of Hajj and Umrah, the hair used to be shaved off. Rasulullah used to shave his hair off. So all these narrations are correct. At different times Rasulullah had different hair lengths. Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidina Ali Karma Wajhul Kareem says that Rasulullah's hair length his hair was neither too straight nor was it too curly. In fact, it was wavy. Amir al-Mu'mineen Sayyidina Ali Karma Wajhul Kareem says Rasulullah had broad shoulders and his joints and his bones were really strong. In his whole lifetime, my teacher Allama Nisar Sahib, I've got some colleagues here who recognize Allama Nisar Sahib, he says that Rasulullah in his whole lifetime ate 98 kg worth of food. So we should all learn a lesson from this. The way we eat is no example. The way Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ate is an example for us. So he was of a lean, muscular build. He had no fat. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some narrations, Hazrat Mawla Ali says this, Hazrat Jabir bin Abdullah Ansari says, even Hazrat Awais al-Qarni says this, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's eyebrows used to join. Some narrations, some scholars have said they didn't join. The reason for this variation is because of the light that used to shine from Rasulullah's luminous face. Now to Hazrat Anas bin Malik, and Hazrat Anas bin Malik is a prominent companion. Many of you have heard of Hazrat Anas bin Malik. He says, I have never touched anything softer than Rasulullah's palms. They were softer than silk. And he goes on further to say that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's the sweat Mubarak, the pasina Mubarak was the most fragrant perfume that he had ever smelled. There was nothing that could even compare to Rasulullah's sweat Mubarak. Subhanallah. This is such a blessing. Allah Almighty has blessed them with immense beauty, as I'm sure we will agree. Now, inshallah, do you have the Mu'in Mubarak here? The Mu'in Mubarak is coming, which is a great honor for us. And inshallah, according to this, when Shahzad Bhai about 1.5 weeks ago told me that the Mu'in Mubarak, the blessed hair Mubarak of Rasulullah is coming. Inshallah, include some of this and how the companions appreciated even the hair Mubarak of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is a hadith from Imam Muslim Sharif. When Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would have a haircut, the companions such as Hazrat Anas bin Malik, Hazrat Khalid bin Walid, other prominent companions would surround him, they would circle him, they would cup their hands. So when Rasulullah's hair would fall, they would not let the hair fall on the floor. They couldn't appreciate this. This is how much respect they had. That's one reason, the respect. And secondly, they would use this hair as barakah, as Hazrat Khalid bin Walid did. And inshallah, I'll narrate this story to you. Hazrat Khalid bin Walid, infamously known as Saifullah, many Muslims know him as Saifullah. He was a warrior of Islam, a great warrior of Islam, and a very prominent companion. He, in his cap, underneath his Imam Sharif, had the Mu'in Mubarak sewn on. Okay, he says every battle I ever won was because of the barakah from the Prophet's hair that I had sewn in my Kullah Sharif, in my Imam Sharif. To the extent that there was a battle, it was a letter battle, and what happened in this battle, the Muslims were fighting the Kuffar, the Jews. And Hazrat Khalid bin Walid's Imam Sharif fell onto the floor, and he stopped fighting. And just in front of him, there was a big, huge Jewish warrior. You can say hench in our terminology. He was a huge, and he was about to slay Hazrat Khalid bin Walid. But Hazrat Khalid bin Walid, he ignored him, and he went to look for the Imam Sharif where he had dropped. And the companions were witnessing this, and they were saying to him, like, Khalid bin Walid, get up. Hazrat Khalid bin Walid found the Imam Sharif, put it on his head Mubarak, and he slew not only that Jewish, but they won the war. And it was a very famous battle. Later on, after the battle, the companions asked Hazrat Khalid bin Walid, that, oh, Khalid bin Walid, they complained, in a matter of fact, they complained, and they said to Khalid bin Walid, we're complaining at the fact that we were about to kill, we were about to lose the battle, and you, for a worthless cap that's not worth more than a few pennies, you stopped fighting and you went to get the Imam Sharif. And he said, La. He goes, no, this is not the truth. He goes, that Imam Sharif has the Mu'in Mubarak inside. It's worth more to me than anything in this world. And because of this Mu'in Mubarak, because of the barakah from this Mu'in Mubarak in my Kullah Sharif, I have won every battle. And subhanAllah, that's why I didn't want the Kuffar to get it, and I wanted us to win. And subhanAllah, history goes to show, even in Ibn Kathir's Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya, you can see Hazrat Khalid bin Walid, every battle he won because of the Mu'in Mubarak. And he says this, he declares this. So subhanAllah, this kind of concludes the physical attributes of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I recited a verse from Surah Al-Qalam, verse 4. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ Sadaqallahu al-Aliyyul Azim. Where Allah Almighty addresses Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and says, and indeed, you are of the greatest moral character. Hazrat Sayyidina Ali, and who better to describe Rasulullah, who better to know Rasulullah than his family himself, who grew up with him under the same roof. Hazrat Sayyidina Ali said that, this is what Shahzad Bhai said, Hazrat Sayyidina Ali says about Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that he was the most generous of men. He was the most patient of all. And these are lessons we can all learn. And when he spoke the truth. And he didn't speak like we speak. There's no need for us to speak and we carry on speaking. Rasulullah only spoke when there was a need for speech. This was Rasulullah's shan sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was known for his khushi akhlaqi, for his nice, he was a very approachable character. He used to smile, he used to joke with people, he used to laugh with people. But people, don't get it confused, he didn't laugh like me and you, like we laugh. He used to laugh with the tabassum, he used to smile. He was a gentle smile, he was a gentle character. And inshallah I'll narrate some stories for you where you can see where it reflects the sense of humor. Once an old lady came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
I'll call you back.
And she said, Ya Rasulullah, will I be in Al-Jannah? Will I enter Al-Jannah? Am I going to Al-Jannah? And Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam replied. He said, there will be no old lady in Al-Jannah. And upon this, the woman, she became fearful, she became scared. And then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, before a tear could drop, Rasulullah said to her, don't cry. There will be no old person in Al-Jannah. Everyone will enter in their youthful state. And upon this, the woman looked at Rasulullah and she thought Rasulullah has shown his nice sense of humor. She appreciated this. And just to put this into context, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Imam of all the prophets. He's the best of creation. He's the greatest creation. He's the last prophet. And he is being humble and modest with normal people. You understand? We need to realize and we need to adapt these characteristics into our life. We need to humble ourselves. We need to show modesty, especially to our own family members. Sometimes we think we're better than our brothers and our cousins but this is not the way of Allah, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's messenger, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But anyway, inshallah, we'll reflect upon this. I'm going to narrate, inshallah, another story, especially for the youngsters. This is a nice story. Once a man came to Rasulullah's presence and he asked Rasulullah for a camel. He requested Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He requested Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam for a camel. So this man came into the presence of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and he requested a camel from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And in response, Rasulullah said to the man, I will give you a baby of a camel. And the man, upon this, he became confused. He did not frown, but he became very confused upon this. He said to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what will a baby of a camel benefit me? How will that benefit me? Then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam turned and said to him, is not every camel a baby of its mother? Subhanallah. So upon this, the man was very happy. He saw Rasulullah's humbleness and his modesty and his sense of humor. Subhanallah. And we need to learn lessons from this. Our sense of humor right now has reached such a level where we can't even tell these jokes in front of our parents. We should have that fear. Look at Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to tell these jokes. He used to smile. He didn't laugh abruptly like us. He used to smile with the bassam, each gentle smile. The companions used to say, and this is written in Ibn Kasir, the companions used to say when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to speak, we used to stop and listen. Even if there were birds on our head, those birds would not move a millimeter. That's how focused and that's how much attention we used to give Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When he would order something, we would obey that instant. We wouldn't wait for it, we would obey. You know, this is a lesson we all learn from our parents. When they tell us to do something, how long do we take? We do it in our own time. We be upstairs, our mom tells us, can you go and get this? Son, how long do we take? We need to all reflect like Rasulullah's companions. How did they do it? Then we call ourselves followers of the Ahl-Sunnah wal Jama'ah. In Surah Al-Imran, if you can just pull that ayah. Allah Almighty says in Surah Al-Imran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةً مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَدًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ فاعف عنهم واستغفر لهم وشاورهم في الأمر فإذا غرفت فتوكل على الله إن الله يحب المتوكلين. This is Surah Al-Imran, verse 159, where Allah Almighty says to Rasulullah, if you had been harsh and not lenient, they would have fled. So surely we can see Rasulullah's character, his humbleness, his modesty, his approachable character was a reason for many companions and many non-Muslims to turn to Islam. We need to adapt these lessons into our own life. If we are to turn non-Muslims into Islam, we have to show them through good character. We need to show them through our good morals, etc. Allah's Messenger Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a very gentle and kind being, especially to the oppressed, especially to the orphans, especially to the needy. He would ask the companions, and this is written in Ibn Kasir and also the Bukhari Sharif, that Rasulullah would ask the companions if they knew of anyone that is needy, if anyone that is in need of his help and they could not reach him, if they are incapable of reaching him, so Rasulullah could go to them and see how they are. Subhanallah, this is such a beautiful thing. And you know, inshallah, when you do hear about people who are in hospital, our cousins or our relatives or our friends, even if they're distant relatives, we should all make an effort to go, because there's a famous hadith that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that for those of you who go and visit the ill person, 70,000 angels do dua for you. So subhanallah, such a beautiful opportunity for us to go and visit those Bumar. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say to his companions, tell me of them. If they can't reach me, tell me so I can go to them and I can help them. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah's messenger, he never sought revenge with anyone. People would do evil actions to him, but he would never return them with evil. Yet he would return them with a smile. He would show good actions towards them. And inshallah, I'll narrate a few anecdotes to you so this can be reflected. Once there was an old lady, this is an infamous story. This is a good story for the youngsters especially. Once Rasulullah was traveling and he saw an old lady at the side of the road, you can say. And she had a lot of luggage with her. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam happened to be passing by and he asked her, he goes, oh lady, how can I help you? You look like you're in need of help. And the old lady goes, yes, I need help. I have a lot of luggage with me and I'm finding it difficult to carry. And I'm trying to flee as quick as I can. And Rasulullah asked her, what's the reason for you leaving this land? What's the matter? What's happened? And she was quite anxious to leave. She was really eager to leave really quickly. And she said, there is a man here. His name is Muhammad. His name is Muhammad, and he's preaching this new deen, and he's preaching this new religion which contradicts the religion of my forefathers. This is a religion which is affecting my iman, her faith, whatever faith she had. And yes, she said this to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She said, Rasulullah, oh young man, I need help with my luggage. I'm trying to leave as fast as I can. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to her, don't worry, I'll help you. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam picked up the luggage and he walked with it. And you got to remember, she was a kuffar at that time, but still Rasulullah didn't curse her, he didn't retaliate, he helped her. He saw that she's an old lady. Anyway, when they got to their destination, after they conversated with each other, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam put the luggage down and he said to the lady, you're at your destination, is there any more, how can I help you any further? And the old woman looks at this young man and she says to this young man, thank you so much, I'm indebted to you. I have a debt towards you, the way you have helped me. But tell me, who are you? How did you help me? Who are you? Tell me about yourself. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah's messenger, may peace and blessing be upon him, turned towards her and he said, oh lady, that man you have been running away from, that man you are scared from, the man who is preaching this new religion, I am that man, Muhammad. You know what she did? She turned to Rasulullah and she read the kalima. She goes, you cannot be a liar. You are a truthful person. And she read La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So clearly we can reflect from this. Rasulullah's good actions, Rasulullah's morals and his habits were a cause for non-Muslims to turn into the fold of Islam. And inshallah Azza wa Jal, me first and foremost, and with alongside you brothers, we need to implement this into our life. The non-Muslims we work with, the non-Muslims we study with, we need to show them our good character. We need to reflect the character of our Habib Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then inshallah Azza wa Jal, they will turn into the fold of Islam. Just before I conclude my speech, I want to tell you about this famous Jewish scholar. At the time, his name is Abdullah bin Salam. And Abdullah bin Salam was a very famous and a very intelligent Jewish scholar. He says, at the time when this man, Muhammad Rasulullah, came to Al-Madinatul Munawwara, there was a lot of buzz, there was a lot of people, there was a lot of curiosity, there was a lot of people wanted to go and see who this person was. They had heard a lot about him and they wanted to see how he was. Is he really a messenger of Allah? Are there any material signs that we can tell he is a messenger? So people have curiosity. What they did that day, Abdullah bin Salam says, is that they shut their shops, they closed their doors to their houses and they left with their families and friends. And there was a huge mass, everyone was going towards to see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Abdullah bin Salam was a very famous Jewish scholar, said, I too, out of curiosity, went to see this person. There was masses and masses of people. When I got through the masses and masses of people, when I saw this person, this young man's face in front of me, I looked at his face and I said, I'm going to say this in Urdu because it sounds much better in Urdu. He said, this bande ka chehra jhoothe bande ka chehra nahi ho sakta. Ye jo chehra hai, ye sache bande ka chehra hai. He accepted Islam and he read La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This concludes my speech for today. But if anyone can take anything away from this lesson, it is just to implement this good character that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam portrayed for us. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I was talking to my mother yesterday, and my mother was telling me that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even on his when he was born, he was asking for the forgiveness of his ummah. When he passed away, the companions said when we came close to him, we heard he was asking for the forgiveness of the ummah. Rasulullah spent his whole life for us. We as ummatis, he spent his whole life trying to teach us how to be human beings. This was the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Inshallah azza wa jal, we can all implement, adapt and incorporate these morals, this mercy, this compassion, the humbleness, the good character, the modesty, the trustworthiness and the reliability that Rasulullah, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam portrayed to us. Inshallah, if anyone wants any references, I'll bring the books with me. So inshallah, mostly from Ibn Kasir, there's a few from Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, and the hadith where the companions cupped their hands, that's a Sahih Muslim hadith. Any questions you can ask me about the references.
Inshallah, before we read Asr Salah, I'm going to call upon my favorite Naat Khan, who will not only be the first footballer, but he'll be a Naat Khan as well. Inshallah, Shahzad, please come and do some Naat.
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammadin. Jashne Ahmad Rasool, Allah hi Allah. Jashne Ahmad Rasool, Allah hi Allah. Jashne Ahmad Rasool, Allah hi Allah. Allah hi Allah, bolo Allah hi Allah. Allah hi Allah, bolo Allah hi Allah. Bibi Amina ke phool, Allah hi Allah. Bibi Amina ke phool, Allah hi Allah. Allah hi Allah, bolo Allah hi Allah. Allah hi Allah, bolo Allah hi Allah. Jashne Ahmad Rasool, Allah hi Allah. Jashne Ahmad Rasool, Allah hi Allah. جب کہ سرکار تشریف لانے لگے، جب کہ سرکار تشریف لانے لگے، حور و غلمان بھی خوشیاں منانے لگے. جب کہ سرکار تشریف لانے لگے، حور و غلمان بھی خوشیاں منانے لگے. جب کہ سرکار تشریف لانے لگے، حور و غلمان بھی خوشیاں منانے لگے. ہر طرف نور کی روشنی چھا گئی، ہر طرف نور کی روشنی چھا گئی. اے مصطفیٰ کیا ملے زندگی مل گئی، مصطفیٰ کیا ملے زندگی مل گئی. اے حلیمہ تیری گود میں آ گئی، اے حلیمہ تیری گود میں آ گئی. دونوں عالم کے رسول اللہ ہی اللہ، دونوں عالم کے دونوں عالم کے عالم کے دونوں عالم کے رسول اللہ ہی اللہ. اللہ ہی اللہ، بولو اللہ ہی اللہ. اللہ ہی اللہ، بولو اللہ ہی اللہ. جشن احمد رسول اللہ ہی اللہ. چہرہ مصطفیٰ جب دکھایا گیا، چہرہ مصطفیٰ جب دکھایا گیا، چھپ گئے تارے اور چاند شرما گیا. چھپ گئے تارے اور چاند شرما گیا آمنہ دیکھ کر مسکرانے لگی آمنہ دیکھ کر مسکرانے لگی ہوا مریم بھی خوشیاں منانے لگی ہوا مریم بھی خوشیاں منانے لگی آمنہ بی بی سب سے یہ کہنے لگی آمنہ بی بی سب سے یہ کہنے لگی دعا ہو گئی قبول اللہ ہی اللہ دعا ہو گئی قبول اللہ ہی اللہ اللہ ہی اللہ بولو اللہ ہی اللہ اللہ ہی اللہ بولو اللہ ہی اللہ جشن آمد رسول اللہ ہی اللہ بی بی آمنہ کے پھول اللہ ہی اللہ بی بی آمنہ کے پھول اللہ ہی اللہ اللہ ہی اللہ بولو اللہ ہی اللہ اللہ ہی اللہ بولو اللہ ہی اللہ جشن آمد رسول اللہ ہی اللہ شادیوں نے خوشی کے بجائے گئے شادی کے نغمے سب کو سنائے گئے شادیوں نے خوشی کے بجائے گئے شادیوں نے خوشی کے بجائے گئے اور شادی کے نغمے سب کو سنائے گئے ہر طرف شور صلی اللہ ہو گیا ہر طرف شور صلی اللہ ہو گیا آج پیدا حبیب خدا ہو گیا آج پیدا حبیب خدا ہو گیا پھر تو جبریل نے بھی یہ اعلان کیا پھر تو جبریل نے بھی یہ نہ کیا یہ خدا کے رسول اللہ ہی اللہ یہ خدا کے رسول اللہ ہی اللہ اللہ ہی اللہ بولو اللہ ہی اللہ اللہ ہی اللہ بولو اللہ ہی اللہ جشن آمد رسول اللہ ہی اللہ
Just a few quick hadith mubarakahs for some of the stories he just told. Actually, people think that they're fairy tales, but actually not. Imam Suyuti, very famous Kitab al-Shafi Imam, in his book Al-Qasas al-Kubra, he states that there was a woman present would say that when Nabi Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was being born, and that woman states that whilst I was with Bibi Amina sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I gazed and everywhere I saw there was light. Wherever my eyesight fell, there was light. And not only that, when I gazed up, the stars were so close to me, I thought they were going to fall upon me. Imam Bihaqi, he's a 3rd century Imam, very famous Shafi Imam also. He wrote a book called Dalal al-Nabuwa. In volume 1, page 19, he goes, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born, the physical, you could say, vibes were so powerful that the idols in the Kaaba fell down. Just by the birth of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So metaphorically speaking, the birth of Rasulullah is enough to shackle the munafiqeen. Imam Ahmad, who is actually the teacher of Imam Bukhari, everybody hears of the first of the Sahih Sittah, his teacher is Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. He also is one of the 4 Imams of fiqh, showing that Imam Bukhari was a person of fiqh. He followed the Hanbal madhab. His teacher Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal wrote a famous book called Musnad. Thousands upon thousands narrations are in there, and the scholars of hadith say that he was accepted, and this book is very, very, you could say, reliable and authenticated. In volume 4, page 127, he says that is narrated from Bibi Amina sallallahu alaihi wasallam that whilst giving birth to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I did not see anything, because wherever I saw was light. Light was embracing me from left, right, center, everywhere I saw was light, and the light itself was so overwhelming, you could say, overbearing, that I could see into Syria. And this is they self in Makkah, if I'm not mistaken, the birth took place in Makkah, and Bibi Amina sallallahu alaihi wasallam through the wasila of Rasulullah could see into Syria. Today we have problems in saying that if Rasulullah was Noor, his birth in itself sorts all issues out. Not only was he Noor, he gave his mom Noor. Inshallah, now we're going to read Asr Namaz. and then we will carry on from there onwards. So inshallah, Bilal can do his own, if that's okay. Inshallah, thank you.
Allahu Akbar.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا حبيب الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
بدنا نماز فرض